Good morning, everybody. Happy Saturday. It's pretty darn gloomy here. I want to welcome everybody to our coffee and cards. Good morning, Paula. Today we have lots to talk about. We're going to be making a fun card today, which I'm super excited about. We are going to be talking about new colors. We've got hostess codes. We have information that we found out at onstage last week. We have, oh my gosh, we have so much stuff. I'm very excited. And I forgot my occasions book to show you something, but that's okay. So today, this was my onstage swap for the black and white swap that I organized. That's the one that I did. So I also made this as a version first, and it didn't have enough layers on it because I required 3 layers. But thought that was super cute, and I used the Painted Harvest stamp set, and I used this stamp, those leaves, the circle, and then those 3 little dots. And I have those all on blocks already, so I'm going to put this aside. And then I'll pull the black one here. The letters are from the large letters framelit set. Comes with punctuation and a cute little flower. And here's some more punctuation, parentheses, and all the letters so that you would need. And actually, I think there's more. Yeah, there's an ampersand on there as well. So all these, and yes, I know that it's $100, but have a party. You could have a party. This could be one of your, if you get $450 worth of sales, you could get this as a half price item, or you could have a party by yourself. Spend this and a little bit more and you get some more free stuff. So options, there's plenty of options. If you're curious, send me a message or call me, and I can go over some other options with you. So we're going to put that aside. This is the leaf punch that comes as a bundle currently, but this is not going to be a bundle price. Hey, Betty. This won't be a bundle very much longer, so make sure that you get on that. And I'm going to put that to the side. Good morning, Bee. So let's talk about this color revamp. So they're bringing back some old colors, which I happen to have. All the returning colors that they're bringing back. This is the Mint Macron, the Mossy Meadow, Poppy Parade, Coastal Cabana, and the Blackberry Bliss. These are times when it pays to be a paper hoarder. Thank goodness. So I have all these papers, and I have several. So if anybody wants to see what these look like, if you haven't seen them yet, then get a hold of me. You can come and take a look at these. But let's talk about this color revamp. So they are basically taking the Whisper White, the Very Vanilla, and the Basic Black out of the neutral set. And they're moving some regals over here. The Night of Navy is being moved over here. They added a gray granite, Mary Merlot, and then they brought back the Mossy Meadow, and that's what makes up our new neutrals. Hey, Holly Crafter, glad you could join us. They've added or they brought back the Flirty Flamingo that should be retiring but isn't going to. The Mango Melody is new. The Granny Smith Apple, or the Granny Apple Green, is new. Coastal Cabana came back. And then they brought in this gorgeous grape. I'll have samples of this hopefully the end of the week. And then we're back in here. This Petal Pink, the Sea Foam, or Soft Sea Foam. Sorry guys, I'm working on the names of these yet. That's a new color. The Mint Macron is a returning color. This Balmy Blue is a new, and this Highland Heather is a new. Really the only thing that they've changed in this section is they brought in this new Shady Spruce, and then they brought back the Blackberry Bliss, which was one of my favorite colors. And I happen to even have ink pads for all those colors that I showed you earlier, the Blackberry Bliss, Coastal Cabana, Poppy Parade, Mossy Meadow, and the Mint Macron. I actually have old ink pads for those. However, they're changing these ink pads. They're not going to be a push to open anymore. They're actually going to be like a compact. They're going to open this way and then flip around. You won't have these raised parts on here anymore either, because they'll be able to sit much easier for storage. So, seen the new pads. They are quite fantastic. We were actually able to stamp with them at the event last weekend. This color revamp, I have copies of this. I'm waiting on my ink refills, because I think the colors are slightly off on my printer, because I have 2 inks that are really low, but enough for you to get an idea about. So if anybody wants one of these, let me know. I can probably get you one. There is one located on the Whispers and Ink Facebook page that you could probably print. So you have options. Any questions about that stuff so far? Hopefully not, because let's get down to the goodies. Well, we do have a hostess code for those of you that need to order anything. That hostess code is pretty imperative. So back to onstage and being able to see what other goodies I brought. This is one of the swaps that I did. I actually organized a black and white card swap. The cards were amazingly gorgeous. Paula participated in that swap. We had a really good time. But I wanted to show that you could do this card in other colors, including the Blackberry Bliss, and I didn't put any twine on that one, and the Mossy Meadow, which I put a little bit of glimmer paper on this as well. So any color, this card is fantastic. Really loving that saturated color of the Blackberry Bliss on this one. That's actually the one we're going to make. So we're going to put these to the side. I'm going to take a swig of coffee, sorry. Yes, I got a new coffee cup, while we were on our way back from Milwaukee. So, all right. There is something that is really important about doing this card, particularly when you're doing multiples of this card, because you have to keep the letters with the original stamping piece. And I'm going to explain to you in a minute why. So we're going to take our Blackberry Bliss ink, and I worked from the flower first. I figured I'd go from the bigger stamps to the smaller stamps. And I put this scrap paper. We used this a couple weeks ago when we were doing the tree. Used that scrap paper so that I try to keep one piece of grid paper clean, because there's like 6 pieces of grid paper on this table, and it's all have stuff on them. So we're going to kind of just vary where we stamp, re-inking every time to get that saturated color. And where you want to put your flowers is obviously entirely up to you. So there's the flowers. And you guys, I'm sorry about the shaking of the table. I've been doing some investigating on some new ways to hold my phone. So Amazon and I have began to date because I've been searching and searching. So the leaf pattern's next. Here's the cool thing, another thing that I found. I don't want to do a full leaf pattern in here because it takes up a lot of space. Use a small piece of white and use that as a mask. So you get part of the leaf pattern there and part of the leaf pattern here. And then you can still put other things on the inside. That is actually our coffee and cards tip of the day. We all have these little pieces of scrap. We've talked about the scrap papers before. Other uses for them besides just throwing them in the trash. So we're going to move on to our circle. Ink that up, kind of spread that around. We'll put that big circle in the middle there. And then we have just enough room for our little polka dots. The insides of our flowers. And this, the little polka dots, I did 1st and 2nd generation stamps on these. So kind of just fill in the blanks a little bit. And then there is our pattern before we cut it out. So we're going to take, excuse my reach, we're going to take our H and our I. And now guys, you can actually, depending on the words that you use, or the letters, excuse me, that you use here, you can get, you know, 4, and I'm just pulling letters off. You can get 3 to 4 letters on here. We did a card at one of my library classes, and I wanted to make it a spring card. And so 6 letters straight wouldn't fit. So what we ended up doing is taking this base, which is the crushed curry, die cutting out the S, the R, and the N, making sure that we could left enough space for the letters for the in-between. So you can see, I hope you can see, that I dimensionaled up the die cut letters, these letters here, and filled in the middle parts. And then those little flowers were this flower right here in the die cuts. So there's options. Just because it doesn't fit straight on doesn't mean that you can't finagle it, if you will, to make it work. I really wanted to spell out spring here, and I thought that was a cute way to do it. So you have options. Just work around what you're dealing with. So, excuse me. All right. Sorry, ladies. One of the cool things about the new ink pads is that there isn't this section here and here. So you can actually put, and they give you a piece of a strip piece to stick in here so that you can actually see from the top and not have to worry about looking here. So those new ink pads have a lot of benefits. They actually were listening to the demonstrators when they made the new ink pads. All right, so we cut this out. Magic of video. And this is where I was talking about making sure that you keep the letters together, because you will notice if they don't get lined up properly, okay? Because you want to be able to put these letters back the way that you cut them out. And this is where I have to tell you, I was kind of fighting the mini dimensional thing, right? Well, silly me. These mini dimensionals fit like a champ right on these letters. So you don't have to cut. You don't have to cut strips. You don't have to cut pieces. You don't have to cut any of that stuff. So, bonus. All right, mini dimensionals. That can be put on your order, by the way. Here's our letters. We've got this stamped and cut already. So what other pieces do we have? Well, we have this white, whisper white piece here, and then another blackberry bliss. And then this is adhered to the blackberry bliss. So we're gonna take this, and I'm actually gonna use my Tombow glue because I wanna make sure that these parts of the H in this middle section get put down real well so that you'll be able to see the background that it creates. Am I boring you guys? You guys are awfully quiet. Either that or you're very engrossed this morning, or I've had like 3 cups of coffee already this morning and you guys have had none. That would be cute just like that, but let's step it up one. And we're gonna put this on this white. Like that. Just for a little more dimension. And then we're gonna put our letters. Oh, Paula says you guys are very engrossed and paying attention. I appreciate that you guys are paying attention. So here's what I need to know before we put the letters on. Do we want to have it plain like this one, or, and I lost my green card, oh, or do we want to sparkle it up? I know what the nieces would say. Do we want to sparkle it up like the green one? You guys make the choice. Oh, darn it. Put the glue dot in the wrong spot. Oh, Paul says sparkle. B, Betty, Holly, what are we doing? Sparkle? Oh, Holly says sparkle. All right. So, we have our silver baker's twine here. And that is going into the new book, which is a bonus because I have like 27 rolls left because I over-purchased when I was making my swap cards. So we're going to put a little bow here. Unhook that. We're going to put our letters. And remember, we've got to line up the flowers and the leaves. And when you offset it, for this one, you want to offset either to the right or the left and then down a little bit. Because if you do it on straight, you don't get the shadow on the top and you lose a little bit of the letter, I found. So, and then, so we'll do the same thing with the I, over and down just a smidgen, and we'll adjust our twine. So Holly, when are you going to be back? There's the twine. And I have our silver glimmer paper. And we'll cut out. We don't need the full stem on this. And because you know how tight I am with my glimmer paper, I did not use the full stem. And we're gonna cut, I think actually on this one, I only cut one leaf off. And I think on this one, we're gonna cut both leaves. And of course that one went on the floor. Because I think we're gonna spread these out just a little bit more. We'll put one there. And we'll put one here. And then, if I can quickly find, yep, the one that fell on the floor, we'll put that one up here. So there. Spread out the glitter just a little bit. We'll put our big dimensionals on the back side. I put one in the middle on this one because of the weight of the card. Normally we don't do that. So I'm super excited about these new ink pads, you guys. They won't let us order them until the 1st of May. Uh-oh. I'll have to reattach that one. So I won't be able to share that. I will get some, because I did get the in colors. Those will be coming. Those will be here next week with the paper. So if anybody wants to see those, we'll attach this to this. Like that. And we'll bring that, apparently, lost the glue dot. Yeah, see, it don't want to stick on there. You know, it's funny, today is so gloomy outside. It's hard to believe that 2 days ago I was out planting vegetables in the garden. Crazy. All right. So here is how we did my black and white swap card for Onstage. I hope you guys like it. Loving these colors coming back. That Mossy Meadow is so pretty. And that way then the ladies who did the black and white swap will know how to do how I did that. And hostess code. Hopefully you can see that now. Oh, thank you, Paula, for the claps. I appreciate that. I wanted to mention really quick, I know Betty is in and I know Paula and Nancy are in, even though Nancy's not with us. I wanted to mention for those that are watching this video later that the Perennial Birthday Stamp Camp is next week Wednesday or next week Saturday. And if you want to get in to be able to do that stamp camp, you need to get money to me by Sunday late so that I can make the, or unless you're using a credit card, so I can get the order in first thing on Monday so that I can get the stuff here on time because I'm going to have to expedite the shipping. If you want to do just the Perennial Birthday, just the kit itself, the cost is going to be $32. If you want to do the kit plus the stamp set, I'm giving a 15% discount if you're going to buy the Happy Birthday stamp set. There is a video on the event page, on my Whispers and Ink page, that you can watch to give you more information about what the kit includes. And of course, we're going to step up the kit a little bit but the cost for the kit and the stamp set is $51. It's $50.70. And I'm fine with $50.70. But you got to get that to me late Sunday so that I can get that put in so I can get it delivered right away. So that we have all the kits if you're coming on Wednesday. So any questions about that, let me know. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode of Coffee and Cards. Please share my videos so that others may enjoy them as well. I hope you guys have a great day getting crafty. See you soon. Bye.